Have you ever noticed how the people you chase the hardest seem to pull away the fastest? It's almost as if the more energy you invest in getting their attention, the more distant they become. This dynamic can feel incredibly frustrating, even disheartening. You're putting your heart and soul into connecting, yet the harder you try, the less interested they seem. But what if I told you it doesn't have to be this way? What if, instead of chasing, you could naturally draw people toward you? Imagine being the person they can't help but notice, the one who effortlessly stands out in a crowded room, the one they admire and even pursue. The good news is that this transformation isn't just possible, it's within your grasp. Today, we're not just talking about relationships or dating. This is about something much deeper: your energy, your mindset, and the way you show up in the world. It's about stepping into a version of yourself so compelling, so magnetic, that people are naturally drawn to your presence. And here's the best part: it's not about manipulation or tricks. It's about authenticity and self-empowerment, about becoming the star of your own story. You see, something remarkable happens when you stop chasing. It's like flipping a switch. The energy you were expending trying to gain approval, affection, or attention suddenly shifts back to you. You move from being an extra in someone else's story to taking center stage in your own. And in that shift, you unlock a whole new level of confidence, self-worth, and attraction. Get ready to shift the narrative, because your transformation starts now. Chasing someone is not just about the actions you take. It's about the energy you project. When you chase, even if your intentions are pure, you unconsciously communicate a powerful message. I need you more than I need myself. This creates an energetic imbalance. Instead of fostering connection, it often triggers feelings of discomfort or even repulsion in the person you're pursuing. Why? Because deep down, every human being desires a bond with someone who values themselves first. Think about it. Would you want to invest in someone who doesn't see their own worth? Likely not. That's the paradox of chasing. The more you pour into the other person without reciprocation, the more the imbalance grows. What initially might have seemed flattering to them starts to feel overwhelming, maybe even suffocating. Let me share a personal story to bring this concept to life. Years ago, I found myself completely captivated by someone. I was swept up in their charm, endlessly fascinated by everything about them. I thought about them constantly, and in my effort to win their affection, I would text them all the time, change my plans to accommodate theirs, and overanalyze every word or gesture they made. But here's the kicker: all of that effort didn't bring us closer. In fact, it did the opposite. They began to distance themselves. Not because they were a bad person or unkind, but because the energy I was projecting wasn't attractive. My actions screamed neediness, and neediness is one of the most repelling energies there is. You see, people are inherently drawn to confidence, not desperation. Confidence sends a message of self-assurance. I'm enough just as I am. Desperation, on the other hand, communicates the opposite. I'm incomplete without you. This is where most of us falter. We mistakenly believe that more effort will yield more affection, but in reality, the opposite is true. Relationships are like magnets. When you push too hard, the other side resists with equal force. It's not about effort, it's about balance. Effort without mutual interest creates friction, and friction drives people apart. This isn't just a theory, it's a fundamental truth about human connection. So why doesn't chasing work? Because it stems from a place of lack. When you chase, you're operating under the belief that you need something or someone outside of yourself to feel whole. That kind of energy doesn't just fail to attract others, it actively pushes them away. True connection is born from self-respect and mutual admiration, not from one person trying to prove their worth to another. Here's the moment where everything begins to shift: the power of detachment. It's not about giving up, it's about letting go of the need to control. When you detach, you create an energy shift so profound that it changes not just your relationships, but your entire outlook on life. Let me paint you a picture. Imagine trying to hold water in your fist. The tighter you squeeze, the faster it slips through your fingers. No matter how much effort you apply, you can't force the water to stay. But if you relax your hand, just let it rest open, the water settles naturally in your palm. Relationships and most human connections work the same way. The more you chase, cling, or try to control, the more things slip out of reach. Detachment is learning to let go while remaining open to what's meant for you. But let's clear up a common misconception. Detachment is not about indifference. It's not saying, I don't care, or giving up on meaningful relationships. True detachment is about freeing yourself from the need to control the outcome. It's declaring, I am whole and complete as I am, and whether this person chooses me or not, I'll be okay. This mindset is incredibly powerful, and here's why. It exudes strength, self-assurance, and emotional independence. These qualities are magnetic. People are drawn to those who don't desperately need external validation to feel complete. When you embody detachment, you're no longer clinging to someone else for your sense of worth or happiness. You're owning it within yourself. I'll share a personal example to illustrate this. There was a time in my life when I was fixated on a particular person. I wanted their attention, their validation, their love. I overanalyzed every interaction, constantly sought their approval, and gave far more energy than I was receiving in return. And yet, the more effort I put into gaining their affection, the further away they seemed. Eventually, I reached a breaking point. I realized I was pouring so much of my energy into this person that I had none left for myself. So, I made a conscious decision to let go, not of my feelings, but of my need to control what would happen between us. I redirected my focus inward. I started prioritizing my own happiness, pursuing my passions, and rebuilding the confidence I had let slip away. And here's the surprising part. The moment I let go, everything changed. Suddenly, they started reaching out to me. They wanted to know what I was up to, how I was doing. The same person who had seemed so distant was now drawn to me in a way I hadn't anticipated. Why? Because I stopped giving them all my power. Detachment works because it flips the dynamic. Instead of radiating neediness, you start exuding confidence and self-sufficiency. It's as if the energy you were pouring outward comes back to you, amplifying your magnetism. This is the butterfly effect in action. When you shift your energy, even slightly, you create ripples that can lead to unexpected transformations. Detachment isn't about pretending you don't care. It's about cultivating a sense of peace and self-worth that doesn't depend on external circumstances. The truth is, when you stop trying to control everything, life often surprises you in the best ways. The right people gravitate toward you, not because you force them to, but because they're drawn to the light you've created within yourself. I am sure no one taught you that, am I right? Unlocking a girl's mind isn't about playing games or pretending to be someone you're not. It's about understanding the secrets, the real secrets, that actually work no matter who you are. If you're ready to stop chasing and start attracting, I've created something tailored just for you. My course is the ultimate blueprint for understanding what women truly want and becoming the man who gets the girl every single time. Right now, exclusive spots are almost gone. Once those spots are gone, this opportunity will vanish and you'll be left watching someone else getting the girl you want. Let's continue. Imagine your life as a movie. Now ask yourself, are you the star or are you just playing a minor role in someone else's story? If you're chasing someone, whether it's their attention, affection, or approval, you're stuck in the background. You're not the one directing the plot, you're reacting to someone else's script. But here's the truth, you were never meant to be an extra in your own life. You're the main character, and the moment you step into that role, everything begins to change. When you take center stage in your life, the camera naturally focuses on you. People notice your energy, your confidence, and the way you carry yourself. This shift doesn't just affect how others see you, it transforms how you see yourself. But what does stepping into the lead role look like in real life? It starts with making yourself a priority. Pursue the things that light you up. Reignite your passions, no matter how small they may seem. Nurture your friendships and surround yourself with people who uplift and inspire you. Invest in your personal growth, whether that's taking up a new hobby, focusing on your health, or setting goals that excite you. When you do this, something incredible happens. You naturally become more attractive, not just to the person you were chasing, but to everyone around you. Why? Because you're radiating something rare, and irresistible, purpose and joy. Let me break it down. When you're fully immersed in your own life, you're no longer looking outward for validation. Instead, you're creating your own happiness. This kind of energy is magnetic. People are drawn to those who are confident, self-assured, and fulfilled. It's human psychology. We're instinctively attracted to individuals who embody qualities we admire, like independence, passion, and resilience. Think about the people you find captivating. Chances are they're not chasing anyone. They're busy living their lives, pursuing their dreams, and owning their individuality. They don't wait for others to give them permission to shine. They just shine, and in doing so, they inspire and attract others effortlessly. The same can be true for you. When you focus on becoming the best version of yourself, you stop chasing and start leading. You become the person others are intrigued by, the one they want to know more about. You shift the dynamic, not because you're playing games, but because you've stopped giving away your power. This isn't just a surface level change, it's a deep transformation. Stepping into the lead role of your life requires you to believe in your worth and value, to know that you are enough exactly as you are. When you embody this belief, you send a powerful message to the world. I'm the star of my own story, and I don't need anyone else to complete me. The beauty of this mindset is that it doesn't just attract people, it attracts the right people, the ones who see your light, respect your boundaries, and value you for who you truly are. So, how do you make this shift? Start by identifying the areas of your life where you've been playing small. Have you been putting your dreams on hold for someone else? Have you been waiting for someone's approval to feel good about yourself? Let those habits go. Reclaim your time and energy and redirect it toward things that make you feel alive. Because here's the secret. When you stop chasing, you free yourself to shine. And when you shine, people can't help but notice. You're no longer just a character in someone else's story. You're the star of your own movie, and it's a story worth watching. Let's get to the heart of it. The root of chasing isn't about the person you're pursuing, it's about how you view yourself. When your self-worth is low, you subconsciously look to others to fill the void. You seek validation, hoping someone else will affirm your value. But here's the hard truth. Chasing external validation will always leave you feeling empty. Why? Because no one can fill a void that's meant to be filled from within. When you tie your sense of self-worth to someone else's attention or affection, you hand over your power. And that imbalance, the neediness it creates, often pushes the other person away. Now, here's a powerful exercise to help you understand this dynamic. Imagine a scale of self-worth from 1 to 10. Where would you place yourself? If you see yourself as a 5, but the person you desire is a 9, you're creating a gap. That gap doesn't just feel like insecurity, it is insecurity. And insecurity is repellent. It sends a signal that you see yourself as less than, which diminishes your confidence and creates an unbalanced dynamic. But what if you started to see yourself as a 10? Not because of superficial traits or external achievements, but because you recognize your inherent worth. You understand that you are whole, complete, and deserving just as you are. When you step into this mindset, the gap disappears. You stop being the pursuer and become an equal. This shift isn't just psychological, it's transformational. It's called an abundance mindset. Instead of thinking, how do I get them to notice me? You start asking, how can I become the best version of myself? And here's the beautiful irony. When you stop needing someone else to validate you, they often become drawn to you. Why? Because confidence is magnetic. When you're rooted in your own worth, you radiate self-assurance. People naturally gravitate toward those who are comfortable in their own skin, but developing an abundance mindset takes work. It starts with changing the way you talk to yourself. Instead of focusing on what you lack, focus on what you bring to the table. Celebrate your strengths, your passions, and the things that make you unique. Remind yourself daily that your value isn't dependent on anyone else's approval. Here's another exercise to try. Visualize the kind of person you want to be. Confident, self-assured, and unapologetically yourself. What would that version of you look like? How would they act, speak, and carry themselves? Start living as that person today, even if it feels unfamiliar at first. The truth is, self-worth is an inside job. No relationship, achievement, or external validation can replace the deep sense of fulfillment that comes from knowing your own value. And here's the best part. When you embrace this abundance mindset, you don't just attract better relationships, you elevate every aspect of your life. You stop settling for less than you deserve. You set higher standards, not out of arrogance, but out of respect for yourself. You begin to see that you don't need anyone else to complete you because you were never incomplete to begin with. So, the next time you feel tempted to chase someone, pause and ask yourself, am I seeking their validation to fill a void? Or am I acting from a place of wholeness and self-worth? When you choose the latter, you reclaim your power. You become the person others are drawn to, not because you need them, but because you've learned to love and value yourself. And that is the ultimate form of attraction. Let's shift gears. Enough theory. It's time to put this into practice. How do you stop chasing and start attracting? Here's a 3-step guide that's simple, actionable, and genuinely life-changing. Step 1. Prioritize your world first. Ask yourself this crucial question. What makes me happy? When you're chasing someone, you tend to put their needs, their schedule, and their world ahead of your own. It's like handing over the director's chair of your life to someone else. But here's the thing. Your happiness is your responsibility, and it starts with reclaiming your focus. Flip the script. Start putting your energy into activities that light you up. Is there a hobby you've been neglecting? A fitness goal you've been putting off? Or maybe a dream project you've been too scared to start? Whether it's hitting the gym, learning a new skill, or reigniting your social life, dive in wholeheartedly. When you prioritize your own joy and growth, you stop looking outward for validation. That shift is monumental. It transforms the way you see yourself. Instead of asking, am I enough for them? You declare, I am enough for me. And here's the best part. That self-assured energy is magnetic. People can't help but be drawn to someone who is passionate, driven, and unapologetically focused on their own happiness. Step 2. Build boundaries, build respect. Let's talk boundaries. Picture your time, energy, and attention as a bank account. Every time you overextend yourself, especially for someone who isn't reciprocating, you're depleting your balance. And when your balance is low, you're left feeling drained, unappreciated, and resentful. Here's the solution. Create non-negotiable boundaries. From now on, only invest in people who invest in you. This isn't about being distant or playing games. It's about showing yourself the respect you deserve. Boundaries aren't walls, they're bridges. They tell others how you expect to be treated. When you set clear standards, you're sending a powerful message. I value myself, and I won't settle for less. And here's the magic. People notice. They see your self-respect and rise to meet your standards. Setting boundaries is like putting a VIP access only sign on your life. It's not about excluding people, it's about inviting the right ones in. Step 3. Open up to bigger possibilities. This step is a game changer. Shift your focus from scarcity to abundance. When you're fixated on one person, chasing their attention, affection, or approval, you're essentially staring at a single door. But what if that door doesn't open? What if there's an entire hallway filled with opportunities that you're ignoring? Here's what I want you to do instead. Stop obsessing over the person and start visualizing the relationship you truly want. Think about the feeling, not just the person. Do you want a connection filled with trust, laughter, and shared dreams? Do you want mutual respect and genuine joy? Hold that vision in your mind. By focusing on the qualities and emotions that truly matter, you stop settling for anything less. You stop chasing what's out of alignment with your values and start attracting what resonates with your worth. This isn't just about romantic relationships, it applies to every area of your life. When you let go of what isn't serving you, you make space for something better. Now listen, you've already heard it all before. Be nice, just wait, it will happen naturally. But that's not how the world works. If you're tired of guessing, tired of chasing, and tired of losing, it's time to change the game. Inside my course, you'll find the secrets you need to get the girl you've always wanted, without begging, without games, and without wasting another second. This is your chance. Right now, click the link in the description. Only few spots remain. Once they're gone, it's over. So stop waiting. Take action now, join today, and I'll show you how to take control of your life, your relationships, and your future. Don't wait for life to happen to you. Take the reins. You're one step away from everything you've ever wanted. If you found this video helpful, be sure to subscribe and share your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.